I want to dedicate this recording to Mr. Abraham Mwinyi Gakuria. He was our headmaster up to 1978, and recently last year, 2023, we visited him. If you scroll down, you'll find that the recordings I recorded of talking to him and whatever. He was an old, frail man. That was the only problem. Otherwise, health-wise, it was okay. There was no indication at all that he would die. There was no indication at all that he would die soon. But seeing us and appreciating us, it made him disclose a lot of things to his family in our presence. Things that maybe when he saw his past catching up with him, maybe it made him now open up. He told us that he had 3 lands. He had inherited his land from his parents in Mutwapa area, and he said while he was working for the civil service, he bought land in Taita Taveta. But he said the plot where we were meeting him at, some people called Diani, other called Ukunda. He said that that plot, he had bought that plot because he had always known that he comes from that arm of the Mijikenda that came from Ukunda. So he said that when he dies, it is upon his people, the kids, his kids who are our age mates, to decide where he will be buried. He was healthy for his age and he had no medical complications or whatever, but the Lord took him when he was very happy that 78, that is 12 plus 23. 45 years. Yeah, he was meeting his students for the first time in 45 years, and he was happy. I don't know where to start, and people accuse me of multi-stories. Mr. Mukuria, when we met him, he didn't recognize me, but when we left, he talked a lot about me, and he even gave me a work that was an assignment that was very hard, because I had admitted to him that he was interested in knowing Ronald Gideon Gala's death. He wanted to know, find a solution, and I think it is, I may die without solving that. Another hard case to solve, Akin Kothek. Another hard case to solve is Akin Kothek, Julie Ward, and so on. So that is when he took a lot of, but some of us, he was meeting some of us for the first time in 45 years, 78 to 23, 23 plus 12, 25, no 35, not 45. He was meeting some of us for the first time in 35 years, but he could remember some of them. Me, I was not remembered. But I have a record of being the only person who did not get the 3 strokes at the back. During those days, actually even when we were going to Ukunda to meet him, I was given the instructions as a former police officer to have him give me the kiboko so that I go and present to the students. I asked him for that, and he said he had we were reminding him that he used to beat people, but he had long forgotten about that, so we could not get the kiboko. And even when we came to Nairobi, we were accused that we were given kiboko, but we were keeping it for sovereign. How did I avoid getting a kiboko from him? In Nairobi Technical, when you are late, your name would be written, and when classes ended at 3:20, you'd remain back. We used to call it detention, and do some manual work up to 4. Then Mr. Gakuria changed that and said the good punishment is when you have been found with mistakes, you come back on Saturday in uniform. You come back on Saturday in the morning, the whole morning, do more work and whatever. So one day I came late, and I found a prefect. who was who was writing the name. So he said, I'm James JI-TENGE. He wanted to write James Q, whatever. I said, no. When I started saying K, and you know there are other latecomers who knew. So he just wrote James K, Form 2B. So he wrote James K, Form 2B. And then on Saturday, we were supposed to come. And you see a day school telling somebody to go to school on Saturday. Not to read, but to go and do menu work. I didn't go. So on Monday, the names were called. James K, Form 2B. I went, and he took out his, so beat me once. And you see, if you are beaten one, you try to keep the teacher busy. You try to keep the teacher busy so that by the time he beats you the second one, the first one. So I just told him, Mwalimu, you are beating me, but I even don't know whether it is me who wronged whatever. Because in our class, we are two James K. Said, he stopped after that one. I'm going to investigate. But if I'm going to investigate and find that it is you, you'll get 3 new strokes. So we were called, the prefects were called, and me and James Kinyanjui, we were called to the headmaster's office, and they looked at the 2 of us. Everybody concluded that James Kinyanjui, his background and everything, and even the way he looked, most likely it was not James Kinyanjui, but it was James JI-TENGE. But then they wanted the prefect who had written my name to come out and declare that it was Gate A, that I came on a Tuesday, late something. So they were asking which prefect wrote, and I was being told, if it is you, you'll get 3 new, so it will be a total of 4. They tried, I was there. You see, in a law court, the person who is on trial is not the accused, neither is the complainant. The person on trial is the judge or the magistrate. Because the accused and the complainant know the truth. They were there. So me, when we were in the headmaster's office, I knew it was me. And when the prefects were there, I saw the prefect who wrote my name. And I was just waiting for him. You see, there are these things that happen when it is too late, a point of no return. You could not reach somewhere and say, sorry, give me those 2 strokes. I remember, you just go that way and accept fate that you are now not going to get 3 strokes, but you are going to get 4. So I was waiting for that prefect. I was looking at him from the corner of my eye, waiting for him to come out and say, so all the prefects were being asked, who is the prefect who wrote this name? Nobody remembered which prefect wrote that. And so I was told, go and we know it is you. I even told James Kinyanjui that we know it is not you, we know it is him, but there is no proof. Of course, the only thing I would, it's deny. That is what. I want to go back again to Mr. Gakuria. We used to argue throughout our life. Imagine, for that 5 years, 78 to 23, is that 5? 78, 22 plus 23, that is 45 years. For 45 years, we used to believe that Mr. Gakuria was a Kikuyu. At school, no teacher would tell you his tribe. There was only one teacher whom I used to talk to in Luhya. It was called Sam Luceno. He's a distant relative of mine, and he's a step brother to, if you remember somebody, a journalist in JI Luceno. He's from that family. So I'm also related to that family. So those days I would tell my stepmother that your nephew is our teacher. Then she would send me, and when she would send me, I would talk to him in vernacular. And Sam Luceno was poor in Swahili, but he spoke very fluent Maragoli and very fluent American English. So in school, no teacher would die, but we always believed that Mr. Gakuria was a Kikuyu, a Muslim Kikuyu. So when we visited him around this time last year, we asked him, what tribe are you? He said, I am a Mijikenda. I think Dig or something, but one of those Mijikenda. He said, but your name Gakuria, it sounds to be Kikuyu. Kanyambo Gakuria. Something to eat with. And he told us that, yes, in the Kikuyu, Gakuria means the thing that you used to eat with, be it a spoon, a plate, or anything. But then even in Mijikenda, Gakuria also means that. But one thing we discovered last year is that his love for Kikuyu, everything he said, he quoted Kikuyu here, and he really loved the town Thika. He said that he had traveled, he went to America for his education. He went to Australia for his education, but he said paradise to him was Thika. So he admired a lot of the Kikuyu traditions, but he said he was purely a Mijikenda. So we met him, we had a nice time. He gave us sovereign books, and he told us that he's a Muslim, but he believes in Jesus Christ's second coming. It's a long story, I can't talk, but we had a nice time with him. I'm proud that the visit we made to him really pleased him, and it pleased a lot. It made him his last days on earth to be very jovial. We have even been in communication with the family, and they tell us that our visit was paying off. Viewers, why can't you organize to meet your former school teachers? Thank you.